This is the railway lines in the state of Victoria in the year 2000 which were actually functioning. This region here is the Murray Basin region. The impression is that most of Victoria is standard gauge railways, but the reality is that the Victorian government over the period of the last 20 years or so has been progressively changing from broad gauge to standard gauge. This is, in yellow, is the line which goes from Geelong to Adelaide and was standardised in 1995. At the same time, the Victorian government standardised this freight line to Rainbow, to Hoopton, and also from Merano, Hamilton, Portland. Victoria's got two major ports, Portland and Geelong, as well as Melbourne itself. Portland has the advantage of being a deep port which can take larger vessels. And these two ports, Portland and Geelong, are both servicing this area which is known as the Murray Basin. The Murray Basin rail project is proposing that these lines here, which are shown in orange and blue and red, are going to be redeveloped. These lines will be standardised, taken from broad gauge down to standard gauge. This line through here from Maryborough to Ararat, which has been closed for some time, will be reopened as a standard gauge. It actually is a standard gauge at the moment. And the line from Maryborough down to Gearinhup will be dual gauge, with a standard gauge rail added as a third rail, so that both standard gauge and broad gauge trains can travel on that line. The reason for doing this is that this area here, which includes South Australia and New South Wales, has the potential of 2 million tonnes of grain a year being exported. Currently there is a mineral development here with mineral sands which produces 1 to 1.5 million tonnes of mineral sands, and there's potential for 13,000 containers of wine and juices and other products coming from South Australia and New South Wales, which could be fed into the rail system and taken down to the port of Portland as a way of getting product out of Australia efficiently and cheaply. This is the mineral sands project. We can see that here they've got a series of mines which are taken by rail. 6 trains a day are taken down to Hamilton, where they've got a major sand refinement process, and at the moment they could be exported through Portland, and also they could bring sands in from their other mines around the world at Portland. The same company has a mine in South Australia. This is the Great Australian Bight, Eucla Basin, and here there are the number of mine developments which are possible, but this is a functioning mine. We can see that in New South Wales, Victoria, in the Murray Basin, there are also mineral deposits on the other side of the river in New South Wales, and the process of getting them to port would best be done by the rail lines which are over here, which at the moment are broad gauge, which are going to be turned into standard gauge. There are also developments up here in cotton and other products where people are saying they would like to be able to export in this direction and not have to take goods through the congestion of the Great Dividing Range. Swan Hill Railway Station. Swan Hill Railway Station and bulk handling facility. So far on a Sunday, this is the second train I've seen. Passenger trains are run from Swan Hill to Bendigo down to Melbourne. These fast trains actually are making it possible to more or less commute from Bendigo down to Melbourne as a way of living, and similarly from Echuca via Bendigo there's a train, passenger trains. The Government of Victoria is also planning, as part of the process of standardisation, to resurrect the passenger train system to Melbourne, and they have actually resurrected the passenger train service from Ararat to Melbourne.